How far can I grow an art business from 0 in 3 months? Part 2.1. Let's talk business.
Let's get down to business to defeat bureaucracy.
I keep forgetting to introduce myself, so hi, I'm Johanna, and I'm growing an art business from 0 in 3 months, and I share my journey with you here.
Okay, I'm starting with a disclaimer here. I am not, by any means, an expert when it comes to business related and legal aspects, so I am not giving any advice here. I simply share what I found through my online research, and I share how it turned out for me. Please do not rely on this information, and do your own research for your own specific case. That being said, let's dive into the fun world of government websites and bureaucracy. So, first things first, if you sell art as a hobby, some sales here, some sales there, not a significant sum of money, you do not necessarily need a business license. Again, don't rely on this, do your own research. But if you have the intent to consistently market yourself to make a profit, aka starting a business, it makes sense to have a business license, or you might even be required to have one. It kind of depends on where you live. As far as I understand, the process of obtaining a license varies kind of greatly depending on where you live. So it depends on what state you live in and what municipality you live in. My business will be located in Magna, Utah, so everything I'm sharing is specific to that state and city. So again, if you don't live in Utah and if you don't live in Magna, which is very likely, then do your own research. It's probably different than what I'm sharing now. First step that I found out is necessary is you need to decide on a name and on a business structure. I want my name, my business, to be named J Maxi Art, which is basically kind of my name. I'm called Johanna. I will not tell you guys my whole name, but J Maxi Art, that's what I wanted to be called, and I decided on a sole proprietorship as a business structure. In a sole proprietorship, you as a person and your business are legally the same. So the alternative would be an LLC, a limited liability company, where your business is a separate legal entity. So you are your own person and your business is its own legal entity. That way, there is a legal barrier basically that protects your personal assets, which is important once you have a lot of inventory, or you employ people, or when you get sued. Since I don't really have inventory and I don't really have employees and I'm basically starting from scratch, I decided against an LLC, because a sole proprietorship is way easier, faster, and also cheaper to set up. And I found, like, most of the time for people that just start out as a small artist, it's recommended to start as a sole proprietor. So I did that. Next step would be obtain the actual license. And again, that depends on where you live. So I looked up what is required for Magna in Utah. And yeah, let's see what I found.
So this is the Magna City website, and here's the business section, starting a business in Magna. And here's what we want. How do I apply for a business license? And it basically sends us to the municipality's website here, MSD, Planning and Development, blah, blah, blah. So all of the application stuff is done through that page. So let's go there. Here is the municipal services district. So I go here to business licensing, and then here how to submit a business license application. And now we have all of our steps one by one. Step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4. So we just need to work our way down here and check them off. That's pretty cool.
So now we can just work down our way through those steps and check them off one by one. So first one mentioned is register your business with the state.
To register your business with the state of Utah, you need to go to the Department of Commerce, Division of Corporations and Commercial Code website here, and then it's pretty self-explanatory. You want to form a new business, so you click on Get Started. Yay, I am a human, awesome. And then you need to pick what you want. I said earlier I don't want an LLC. I want a so-called DBA because I'm a sole proprietor. So I'm just my own person, and my business will be the same person, so I just give my business a name, doing business as. So I am Johanna, doing business as. And yeah, here we are already here. Form a new DBA. Click Get Started button below to log in with Utah ID. If you do not have a Utah ID, we'll create one at login. So if we click on Get Started, we are directed to this page here, and then we can click to log on with Utah ID, and then it automatically brings you to the Utah ID website, and this is where you can create an account. Once you create an account, you can then continue on the website, like here. It will bring you to a form, and you just fill out that form. And then, yeah, that doesn't take very long. You get your DBA pretty quickly. I will not go through this step now because I don't want to show you guys my Utah ID login info. But getting my Utah ID was kind of a pain in the butt, to be honest. Yeah, they had trouble. They switched to different login pages, and yeah, it was kind of hard to get it. But I had wonderful customer service. Shout out to Aaron and to Gary at this point. They helped me through this. But yeah, it took me several work days to get my Utah ID login, and then I could finally log into this here. And once I got the Utah ID, it was fairly easy. So, yay, I got it now.
That is done. I can put a check mark behind that one. I got my DBA. I got my entity number, which feels super cool. Next step would be get an EIN number from the IRS, so I don't have to use my social security number for everything.
To get your EIN, your employer identification number, you go to the IRS official website, and then you apply for an employer ID number. And that was very easy, to be honest. That was surprisingly easy and fast. So yeah, you just click on apply for an EIN, and then you just go through the application process, fill out all the things that are required, and it takes like a few minutes and you have your EIN. And if you have your EIN, you don't need to use your social security number. Theoretically, as a sole proprietor, you can use your social security number, but I did not want to do that, so I applied for an EIN. And it worked. I got one. Yay!
So that was super easy, super fast, and check. Got the EIN number. Awesome. Next would be getting a sales tax number. Yeah. Spoiler, I don't have that one yet. Let's see.
To get a sales tax number, or sometimes it's also referenced as a seller's permit, you need to go to the Utah TAP, Utah Taxpayer Access Point, and then you scroll down here. Look at this beautiful arch. I love Utah. I love the desert. It's so beautiful. I'm sorry. And then you scroll down here, and you just click here, apply for tax accounts. You need this form, TC69. You click on it, and then again, you are walked through all of this. You just click through every question, fill out every thing they ask of you, and then you will submit. And yeah, according to Google and Gemini and blah blah, uh, after you submit the application, you get your tax number immediately. But we look at this banner here. Utah State Business Tax Registration applications currently have a 3 to 4 week processing time. So I don't know. I don't know how long it will take. I submitted this 2 work days ago. So yeah, it's I don't have anything yet. To be fair, I am also a green card holder. I'm not a U.S. citizen. Usually, that usually means that during online application processes, I have to wait a little longer than U.S. citizens because people want to verify that I'm allowed to work in the U.S. and so on, which is very valid. So I didn't expect it to go through immediately, but I also hope it won't take 3 to 4 weeks. We will see. So I am waiting on that one. Fingers crossed. But yeah, doing it was easy. Filling it out was kind of, I mean, there were some questions where I was not sure how to answer them, so I hope I answered them correctly, but theoretically the process of filing was easy.
Okay, so I'm still waiting for the feedback from that application, and I hope it won't take many weeks and just a few days instead. We'll see. And last step would be fill out a property owner's form. So you kind of need to reach out to your landlord or the property owner manager, which, I mean, if you live in your own house, then congratulations. I don't. I live in an apartment, so yeah, I sent an email to property management and told them about the business and about this form, and yeah, we'll see. I sent that email out today, so we will see how long it takes until I get an answer. And that is it for now. So, let's see. I have my DBA registered. Yay! I do have an EIN number. Yay! I have applied for the sales tax number and I am waiting for feedback. And I reached out to my property manager and I am waiting for feedback there as well. So, dear Gemini, no, I could definitely not do this in one afternoon, but we are on our way. Patience. I keep you guys updated how it goes, and yeah, next part of the series will either be a follow-up to this one, which would be 2.2, part 2.2, or a part 3 talking about the art projects I picked to focus on. So it kind of depends what happens in the next days. So stay tuned, and yeah, see ya. Bye bye.